Honestly, well, welcome back to the Bring the Thunder podcast. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but as we were talking, the Thunder were stunned in a
We're still stunned.
121 to we're still stunned. A 121 to 119 loss at home against the Denver Nuggets. I just got a text from superfan Thunder. He said he was speechless for the first several minutes afterward. He said it's one game, but it feels terrible. The clutch performance and rebounding was garbage. He feels awful for Chet. Missed dunk, gave up important rebounds, and the double missed free throws were atrocious. I'm gonna text him back. What do you think about the coach? But yeah, anyway, guys, welcome back. I forgot where we were, but Sapphire, I think you were in the middle of something.
Man, I've said so much at this point where I'm still just speechless. I mean, when we were live off camera, I was replaying the scenario in my head. So typically, when you're up any more than 5 seconds and the other team doesn't have any timeouts left. So the way the scenarios typically play out in the NBA for the past however long the NBA has been created, I would believe, is you're up. The other team does not have any timeouts. They have no way to push the ball up the court. Even if they hit a three, we take a timeout. We wait for the last bucket, or they take a two. They foul us, our best free throw shooter, Shea. We make it. We're up three again, and then they don't have any more timeouts. And then we let them run some clock, and then we can foul and run that game. But we didn't do any of that. Like, it was just poor clock management, poor situational awareness. Obviously, he's not a championship level coach. He has been a coach of the year, but yeah, I'm on him, man. Like, he's been running in clutch scenarios.
I just got something from Thunder. He said he doesn't think they were meant to foul that quick. It was a mental error on the players.
I think I agree with him, bro.
I don't think it's on the players because Caruso fouled twice very quickly, and he was looking at the coach like, hey, did I do the right thing? He gave a thumbs up. They were given awareness. So it seemed like, hey, this is what we're running. We're not going to let them – we're going to win the free throw battle is what they were accounting for. But in that type of scenario, you're not even supposed to be in a free throw battle, like, especially with that much clock left. 10 seconds is a lot in the NBA. Like, they have guys like Jamal Murray. This is a championship level. They have one of the best shot chuckers from, like, past the half court with Jokic. He's made the most heaves in the NBA. He has the highest percentage. So we can't even expect to be fouling in a scenario with a player like Jokic against us. That's almost like fouling against the Golden State Warriors and hoping that Steph Curry misses a half-court shot. Like, you're not supposed to be doing that.
So let's move forward because I'm kind of sick of this game. It's the playoffs. You lose one game, you get it right out of your system, you move forward, right? That's what you got to do. What are the expectations for the rest of the series?
Well,
I still got Thunder and
depends on the loss, bro. First of all, it depends on the loss. That's a devastating fucking defeat right there. But, I mean, bro, we got some good mental makeup. So, I mean, that's why I feel like it's just tough right now. Just get back at it Wednesday. But to answer your question, bro, we have our hands full with Jokic, bro. He had both of our centers in foul trouble. They play zone to hide him. It's hard to get into the lane and do certain things, so we're going to have to hit our jump shots. Isaiah Joe, Shea's going to have to hit more jump shots. Chet, Jalen Williams, they're going to have to hit their shots. We're going to have to defend without fouling. And what the heck was up with the defensive rebounding tonight?
Oh, no, man. I think they were – I see what happens is they're too focused on Jokic. And
I know, but that's what he commands, though.
Yeah, that is what he commands. It's going to be a tough series. I think moving forward, I think we're going to get him in game 2 pretty good.
I do, too.
I think we'll run him out of the building in game 2, and then series doesn't start unless we win a road game. So once they prove that we can win a road game, if they could take one, all right, if they could get the next game and then they take one on the road, we're right in it. We're right in it. If they go back home, win that game, they're up 3-2, and then who knows? But it is playoffs, so we got to take it game by game. Wash this nasty shit out of our mouth, and
it's tough to expect a team like ours to win 2, away from home, especially with the way that they're like home court advantages with like them being used to playing in that high altitude. Like that actually matters. Us coming off a lot of rest, we're going to be rusty, not just in the way of, shot making rust. We're also going to be rusty in the sense that these guys haven't played actual NBA minutes. So you're still going to, feel that on your legs. Like I saw some of the guys were a little bit like, gasping for air, and they're in OKC, not in, Denver.
High altitude. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So
Ooh,
that's where it gets a lot tougher to break through and get the games. But I agree with Hotspot, man. This game it kind of pisses us off, and hopefully this pisses off the players enough to where they just take it a lot more serious. I feel like honestly, this can be the only positive I can make out with this is they'll take the games a lot more serious, a lot less smiles on the other end. And one thing I do know, when we lose games like this, Shea gets a lot more serious, and I just hope Caruso is digging into these guys in the locker room post game, because we sure know Mark's not doing that. So
right.
You can laugh all you want, man.
No, I ain't never seen a group of people on Mark's head like this.
All right, let me get to something that I was going to get before we crashed.
All right.
I mean, no. I was going to say before you go, the reason we know he's not doing that is because we wouldn't be in scenarios the way we were in this game. Like if he was serious about it, the guys wouldn't be smiling while we're up 5 and not taking the game serious, and then fouling, even if it is mental errors. And let's say it's not on the coach. That's even worse. Your championship players fouling that far from the basket and doesn't understand the scenario. That's even worse for me. So I'm praying that this was a coaching issue and not, the players deciding this is the game plan that we're going to run right now.
Yeah, I could definitely agree. What I was going to talk about is this plus minus, which is pretty interesting to me, and something I was kind of hinting at earlier. Dort minus 21, Shea minus 16, Holmgren minus 14, Williams minus 6. 4 of our starters were in the plus minus, right? Our number 1 plus minus, Aaron Wiggins at plus 19, and he gets 1 shot and 2 free throws, and then gets taken out of the game after 14 minutes. And like I said, I think he had 8 of those minutes in the first half. Second in plus minus, Cason Wallace, another bench player, plus 15. Alex Caruso, plus 13. Came off the bench in the first half, started the second half. And then Hartenstein with a plus 2. There's a reason for that. Their bench sucks. Their bench is awful.
Awful.
So when we see Jokic coming back into the game with 9.5 minutes left, it's because their bench can't sustain anything. And then you leave Shea and them on the bench while Jokic goes for 3 minutes while the lead's cutting down. It's another little mistake.
13-14, and that was a huge mistake where we let them cut it down to 6 or 10 or something like that. And then we're subbing in Lou Dort, Chet, and Shea to sustain a lead when they've been sitting on the bench. And we're already rusty as it is. And then we're expecting them for the next 9 minutes to hold it down. Like, no, you got to start them the whole fourth quarter. Or start them and then bench them for a couple minutes and then get them back in the game when they're a little less rusty. Like, that's just what it felt like. Like, as soon as that happened, I said it on the live stream. I was like, man, that's kind of weird that these guys are coming in now and that we're expecting them to hold a lead when the bench unit's been pretty solid. So, I don't know.
Another question I'm going to get into, because I'm super confused, is the lineup before Chet missed those 2 free throws when we knew we were going to get fouled was Alex Caruso, Lou Dort, J-Dub, Chet, and Shea. I don't believe that Dort, Caruso, or Chet make free throws at a high rate. I believe that there's other players on this team that shoot a higher percentage, like probably our best shooter on the team in Isaiah Joe. Why are you not putting in your best free throw shooters?
Why is Lou Dort on the court? I'm kind of confused.
The lineup was Alex Caruso inbounding the ball, which I can understand. I can understand Caruso.
I didn't understand that either, though.
That's a great point.
J-Dub and Chet Holmgren, who aren't your best free throw shooters. A lot of the free throw shooters, Cason's a good free throw shooter. Wiggins a good free throw shooter. Isaiah Joe, a good free throw shooter. It's simple errors that just don't need to be made. Like,
Yep.
I could get the Caruso inbounding because, to be honest, he's been our most reliant guy in the playoffs so far. I could argue why I see Chet being on the floor because, if you need an outlet and there's, they're matched up on everyone, you can throw it up to him, high point the ball maybe. But you got to put in your best shooters to knock down those 2 free throws, right? And obviously you want to get the ball to Shea, but if you can't, your second option can't be Lou Dort or Chet Holmgren to shoot free throws.
Right.
It's simple things. It's simple things where I think if we do make the right, adjustments, we should still win this series. But I'm not going to say we are. I'm not going to sit here and say we are right now, but it's stuff like that. But I don't know, guys.
Right, bro.
It's we'll see. We'll see. Our next game, let's look forward. Our next game is what, on
Wednesday night?
Wednesday night, 10 o'clock. Well, 10 o'clock Eastern. Oh, my bad. 9:30 Eastern, so 8:30 Central. Man, we'll just have to see. It's a long series. We've been through it before. I watched the shot go through, and I just sat there and smiled. I've been through it all before. I'm an OKC fan. I've been through so much of this shit. I've seen it all.
We've been through worse than that, believe it or not.
Yeah.
This is game 1. You know what game I'm referring to.
No, I know what game you're referring to, and I'm not going to talk about it.
Me either.
Other than that, yeah, I mean, we've been going for like an hour, so
I want to point out one last thing before we head out.
go for it.
They gotta pick and choose whether they're gonna run. I don't think we can win the series, Brennan, double big. I'm looking at the minute distribution.
Well, here's the thing. They
have to though.
I don't know if they.
I don't think we'll win the series running.
I don't know if they did this.
We still lost a rebounding battle by 20. So
that's crazy. Yeah, that's a good point.
Why are we even running double bigs if we're not even rebounding?
I don't know if they did this because of foul trouble or they did it because they're smart. Sapir and I have been against double big the whole season long. I think it slows down the offense. I think it
slows down the defense.
It slows down the defense. It creates so much less of spacing on the offensive side of the ball. You got Chet sitting in the corner where I like Chet in the paint. And then if Chet's in the paint, you got Ihart sitting in the corner. Doesn't make sense. But they did start the second half off with Caruso in for Hartenstein. And I don't think it was because of the foul trouble. I think they realized that offense flows much better. Yeah, and we can handle
But they do that every time. Like every game, like every series, we start with a double big. They realize, oh crap, it doesn't work. How many times do we have to realize we ran this lineup?
Well, we thought it was going to be just the regular season, and they were like, "Oh, okay, that doesn't work too well." The only game it actually worked in the regular season was against the Milwaukee Bucks, which anything could work against those guys, right? So
yeah. The reason I'm bringing up the double big's not going to work is because the minute distribution is even. Even honestly, Hartenstein played a couple extra minutes than Chet. I need to see Chet around 32, 34 minutes. He's the best defensive big that we've got. If he fouls out, he fouls out, and then we have to rely on Hartenstein. But the offense will still flow better, and the defense will still flow better when only one of them are on the court. Yeah. When both of them are on the court, we're getting out rebounded anyways. We don't need them out there.
So let me ask you this then. So 2 questions. If you don't want to run that lineup, in the next game starting lineup, I'll start with this question first. Who do you want starting in replace of Hartenstein? We can start with that.
I want Cason Wallace starting.
Okay, and then 2, how we have Hartenstein on Jokic, for example, and then you have Chet Roman playing free safety. What's your opinion on that? What are we going to do now? What are we going to do instead then? Put Chet on Joker and then what?
Chet on Jokic. It would be J-Dub on Gordon.
No.
And then
No. I saw something in this game that was working, and it should be Caruso who starts. And this is a fact. Watch.
You sure about that?
Yes, it
I
should.
don't think he can play starting level minutes.
Yeah, I'm about to say, bro.
Go ahead. He's been our best playoff player the whole fucking playoff.
But
he's got to start.
Minutes,
listen, they made an adjustment. Lou Dort was guarding Aaron Gordon, and I could live with that because Lou Dort's supposed to guard the number 1 player, but in this series, the number 1 is a 7-foot center who Lou Dort's not going to guard.
Yeah.
You put Dort on Gordon, you have Chet on Jokic, which his length bothers him a bit. I mean, we've seen it. He blocks him. He gets pokes and steals. The first game of the damn regular season, he was clamping Jokic, right? So just start him on Jokic. And if it's not working, obviously make the adjustments. Then you got Caruso on Murray, which seemed to work brilliantly tonight. Murray shot like 6 for 16. I know he had 21 points, but it was like an abysmal 21. And then obviously you fill out the rest. You probably put Shea on Braun and Shea on Braun, and who am I missing? J-Dub on MPJ. That's the way to roll. That's the way to roll. And if you don't want it to be Caruso, it's got to be Wallace. I mean, but they're the same type of player when it comes down to it.
The reason I said
a bit of a better 3-point shooter.
The reason I said start Kaysen is because he can carry us for the first 3 quarters, and then you can have Caruso rested for that second half run.
Tired of this rest shit. We look so tired every damn game. Sappy, we were talking about it in Memphis.
Dude, I'm tired. I'm tired of the rest stuff too. I'm right with you.
In Memphis.
I know, man. He was huffing and puffing in the first quarter. He was huffing and puffing in the first quarter too.
Anyway, we can wrap it up. Guys, really appreciate you guys for pulling up. Capers, really appreciate you for pulling up. To everybody who's watching, if you're enjoying the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like, give us a comment. Are you as pissed off as we are? Where's your brain at? And I guess we'll see you guys next time. Looking forward. We got you on Wednesday, post-game live like normal. And I'm going to leave it with a thunder up, baby. Let's go. But that's all I got for you. I can't yell this time. I can't. We'll see you on Wednesday. And hopefully they make the adjustments. Peace out.
Peace.